Shameless United in the Europa League. Europa League.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to the road trip. Man United taking on Rangers at Old Trafford tonight. Second to last game of the Europa League, man, and we got to get shit done. There's no messing about in this, man. We've got to get this done. Look, I think we're guaranteed to go through in terms of in the playoffs, but we don't want to hear about no more playoffs, yeah? We don't want to hear about extra games. These guys need as much time on a training pitch as possible, and a win against Rangers tonight can all but guarantee us a place in that top 8. We'll probably need at least a point out there in Bucharest. So, yeah, we have to lock in. And look, like I say, these games, yeah, these British games, when you play Scottish teams or when the national teams face each other, whether it's England, Ireland, Wales, etc., Scotland, there's always needle in these games, in these sort of British derbies, etc., right? And it comes with some tax. It comes with some tax and a little bit of, you know what I mean, a little bit of energy in the air. And look, we have to just play the game, not the occasion. Look, listen, the SPL, the level over there is terrible. You know what I'm saying? But on any given day, the teams like Rangers and Celtic, they can give you a game, especially this version of us. And it's about the mentality. Ruben Amorim's basically saying, you know what I mean? I didn't really mean to cuss out the players like that. It's more talking about me. And we know what he meant. He lost his shit. Couldn't believe the crap that he'd seen against... who was it? Brighton? No. Brighton. Couldn't believe the shit he'd seen. Players changing positions. You know what I mean? Smashed up the TV, all of this. He was just angry. So are we going to see some sort of reaction from these lot? Are we going to see a reaction, or are we going to see them sort of, oh, too scared, oh, I can't believe the manager called us out, oh, I can't believe this, that, and the other crap? No. Reaction. That's what we have to do. That's what them lot have to show. Them lot are breaking Ruben Amorim, breaking him already. You know what I'm saying? There's chinks in the armour already where the frustration is boiling over to the point where he has to admit, listen, I'm a young guy, I made a mistake. Like, I can't promise I won't do it again because these criminals will probably piss me off again. But I was fuming and I spoke too much. So he admitted his part in that, but he's still standing by what he said. He's not saying what he said was wrong. He's just basically saying maybe this was the wrong place to say it in. But so the players need to show something, man. They need to show that they can respond to this. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the likes of Ahmad is going to be massively important. I just think, though, in midfield, I'm not sure. Like, obviously, with Kobe, he hasn't been at his best. You know what I mean? Is he protected? Probably not. Is the team functioning? Probably. Definitely not. But you can still look at the player. You know, it's his first breakout season. He's still going to have to learn in periods that he has to do more. And he knows that. But do you mix it up there? You know what I mean? Ugate's been looking tired. Do you mix that up? Albeit you can take in the level of opposition and say you should be all right at home against Rangers, though. But listen, this is this Man United team. Do you know what I mean? Do you bring in Toby Collier? I think he's been working really hard. He's been working really well. Do you give him a start? Does Casemiro come out the blue? You know what I mean? He's been overlooked for most of the games. His career's pretty much done at Man United, but you still might need him here or there. Do you want someone who's, you know, good on the ball? You saw Eriksen off the bench against Southampton. Fantastic ball for the winner for Ahmad. So there's choices there. Or do you just go with Kobe and Ugarte again and just keep that consistency? I think in the back line, I think Yoro will probably come out this time. We saw Harry Maguire, you know, in the presser. That means he'll be starting. But I think you probably take Yoro out of this one. He's had a couple of tough games. Where, you know, against Southampton who's struggling, and of course against Brighton equally as much as everyone else. Lisandro Martinez weren't in the team. Is that a shock to him as he trying to get a reaction out of him? Because he, like I said, against Southampton, he was terrible. He really, really was bad. So he was taken out against Brighton. But is that a positive now? Can you get a reaction out of Lisandro? Put him back at left centre back. You're probably going to carry on with Dalot left wing back. Anthony's pretty much out the door. So there's no sort of stock in keeping him in there. Mazraoui better in the centre-back positions as opposed to right wing-back. But what do we have? It all depends on what happens in midfield. If he drops Bruno back one to partner with a Casemiro or a Collier or someone else, then that will take probably Kobe out, and then there's an extra space in the 10s. But with Garnacho, let's be real. Let's just be real, guys. With Garnacho potentially moving away, obviously he'll be involved. He was in training. You know, you carry on as normal. But it'll be interesting to see if he starts him. Be interested to see if he starts him, because if Bruno drops back, who else are we going to play in the 10? Do you go with Xerxes and Ahmad and then play Højlund? I don't think he'll do that because it limits the options off the bench. He's been using Xerxes mainly as a number 9, and I would start Xerxes in this game. So Garnacho will probably have to start if there's a change in midfield, I think. Because I think if there's a change in midfield, it's likely that Bruno goes back one. Because I don't really see us partnering Collier and Ugarte, or Ericsson and Ugarte, or Ericsson and Collier, or Kobe and Collier, or Ugarte and Casemiro, or I don't know, Kobe and Casemiro. I'm not. Listen, I could be completely wrong. It's just a feeling that I've got. I'm not sure. I think it's more likely if we make a change in midfield that Bruno goes back one. But at the top end of the pitch, there's a reliance there on Garnacho and Ahmad. So I get it. And listen, Andre Onana. I mean, look, do you just start buying deer? Was it that bad what he did against Brighton that he should basically get dropped and you put in buying deer? Now I don't think he will do that, but with how bad that mistake was, boy, he could easily have done that. He could easily have done that because that was absolutely tragic from Andre Onana. Not good enough. Another player that needs to leave. So I don't think he'll bring in Bayindir, but he better scrub that. Onana better scrub that out of his mental. That better be gone. I don't want to hear or see none of that shit. None of that flipping mistakes and stuff like that. Because let's be real, we've got a chance of definitely, if we mess this up, we've got a chance of easily falling into that, that 8th to 24th, and then, just cementing our that it's a definite playoff thing. Do you know what I mean? If we get the win tonight, which ain't gonna be easy, but if we get the win tonight, we should be in a position to get at least a draw away in the next game, and then again we can get some time in the training field. These lot need to react, man. We're sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of these guys just not turning up, not doing what they're meant to do. Fragile, weak mentality. But we know about the quality as well. Like, one thing is that they're trying, but the quality is just, it ain't there. And then you see the reports today about the financial mess we're in. What money is Amorim going to even have access to really rebuild this squad? Let's be real. It's a mammoth task. You thought he would have taken this job knowing that, he's got loads of money to spend at least. And it's like, how are they going to finance this? How are they going to finance this squad rebuild? Because when you read the finances and how much of dire straits we're in, this is what I'm saying. A lot of these players, right, that are here now are going to continue to be there. So they've got to start showing something. They have to. And I know you say, what's the point? The players are dead. That's the situation we're in. Well, then basically we're just going to keep being in this situation for a hot minute more. Do you know what I'm saying? And Amorim needs to just pull a rabbit out of the hat. You know what I mean? And just basically he's that good, he can mask it, because without this financial backing to undo the squad is scary, scary times. But tonight, anyway, these men better perform. They better perform, and most importantly, they better get the W. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what a routine win looks like for Man United anymore, because we haven't had one in so long. But my God, would it be nice to just see that. Even the other games we've played against Pilsen and Bodo Glimt and stuff like that, they ain't been routine. We ain't had nothing routine. We're unbeaten in Europa League, but it's been anything but routine. So we'll see. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and you haven't done so already. I'll be at the game, and I'll see you at Old Trafford, hopefully with 3 points in the bag. Take care. Peace.